You may have seen my vlog the other day that was me travelling through to Glasgow. I live in Edinburgh, as you may know, and going through to Glasgow means it's like an hour and a half journey, maybe like an hour journey in the car, which is something that's really difficult for me to do. I find travelling of any nature very difficult, whether it's half an hour in the car or whether it's 3 hours in the car. It's very, very difficult for me and I struggle with it quite a lot. I said on that video that I would like to film a video on different essentials that I bring whenever I'm travelling. Firstly, I'd like to say that when I went through to Glasgow the other day, that was the first time in like 4 or 5 years that I'd even left my city out of like choice, out of something for fun. Last year I had to travel through to Leeds for a family thing, but for actually just wanting to leave the city, that was the first time I'd done it in a really long time, so that in itself is a big deal. But I needed some things to hold on to and I needed some things to keep me safe. And there's got like 7 or 8 things that I took with me and that were physical things that I needed in order to feel safe and to be okay. Obviously everyone's different and everybody has anxiety for different reasons, and so these things might not be your thing, but these are things that I hope will be helpful to some of you if you're going travelling soon. The first thing is Google Maps, and this is for 2 reasons. One, because Google Maps is great before you travel, so you can actually look on the maps at exactly where you're going, you can get yourself familiar with the area, you can look up restaurants that are nearby, you can look up shops and doctor surgeries that are nearby for emergencies. It's just really, really helpful to know what to expect, because I think with anxiety it's really great to know what's going on, because that is the biggest kind of fear for me, is the unknown. It's very scary and I don't like it because I don't know it, and so Google Maps is great for that. But also when you're actually travelling, when you're actually in the car on the way, it's fantastic because you'll put in your destination, let's say Sauchiehall Street in Glasgow, and I'm leaving my house in Edinburgh, and it'll show you exactly the route to get there. It'll tell you exactly how long it'll take to get there, and also you can see how far you've travelled. So if you're halfway there, you can see, okay, I can literally see that I've done half of the way, I've only got half more to go. And it's just really such a great thing. It helped me so much. I didn't actually need to use it on the way back because I find the way back is always easier, but the way there I used it and I found it so helpful. I don't know if I actually would have been able to. My mum's just started hoovering. I cannot recommend Google Maps enough. It's such an essential. Obviously it doesn't really work if you're going on a flight, because I'm sure Google Maps wouldn't work up there, you can't even use internet in the plane, but things like car journeys, it's so helpful and I just absolutely love Google Maps. It's the best thing for people with anxiety. This is kind of the same as the first one, but secondly I also love using the timer on my phone. So I started the timer when I was maybe like 5 minutes away from my house, and I just, on my phone, just pressed start, and it just obviously counted by the minutes that went by. And so whenever I was feeling anxious or whenever I was feeling uncomfortable or I just wanted to know how long I've been in the car for, I just look and it tells me exactly how long I've been in the car for. It's just really helpful to know, like, okay, I've done 20 minutes and this is a 40-minute journey, so I can do 20 more minutes. Or like, okay, I've done 10 minutes, so it's only 4 more of them until I'm there. That kind of thing really helps me out, and it's just great to be able to keep track of how long you've gone for and how long you've got to go. Thirdly, something that's so super helpful that really helped me is having a playlist of exactly how long you're going to be in the car for. So I knew that the journey was going to be about an hour, so I made a playlist for an hour and a half, and I made it of music that I love and also music I haven't over listened to. So there's certain things that I've been listening to so much recently, I didn't really want to put them on because I'm used to them and I just get bored by them and I just want to skip it. So music that I really love and haven't listened to in ages, and I know that when I hear it I'll be like, yeah, I want to sing along to this, I want to be distracted by this. And actually it doesn't, like, it's really not that many songs, and after every single song I was like, okay, I've done a whole song, and then I've done 2 whole songs, then 3 whole songs. By the time you get there, you've had music the whole time, and it's just basically a good way of being able to count down how long you've been in the car and that kind of thing. And also music is really distracting for me and something I really enjoy, and I like to be able to sing along to things, and it's just something I really like, so very helpful for me. Something else that's kind of similar is phone games. Phone games can be so distracting. Like if you've ever had Candy Crush or whatever, that kind of thing, you know how addictive it is, and if you open that app on your phone you won't be able to close it, and so it's such a great thing to just be able to get lost in that time. I really like word games. I'm really a massive nerd and I love word games, and so I use the app, what is it called? Word Connect, I think it's called. It might not be for everybody, but it's something I really like and something that really distracts me, and I get really frustrated with it, and it just lets me have something completely distracting to focus on. and also it's making my vocabulary better. Everybody wins. Next I have dry food. This is something that I use when I'm not travelling as well. If I'm just feeling nauseous or if I'm just not feeling very good, I'll eat things like dry crackers, dry biscuits, just things that are really super dry and that might not be the most nutritious and might not be the nicest, most fun thing to eat, but really, really helps. I don't know the science behind that. I don't know why it helps. Just like, I don't know actually. If anybody knows why it helps, then please let me know, because I have absolutely no idea. It maybe, I don't know, it's kind of gross when you think about why. But anyway, it really, really, really helps me having dry food, and it's just a notorious thing that helps people when they're feeling nauseous. Like a lot of pregnant women eat dry food when they're feeling nauseous and that kind of thing. And also ginger, I've heard, helps as well, but it doesn't really help me loads, like ginger biscuits and that kind of thing. But that doesn't, that doesn't really work for me. I think it's too spicy. I don't know. But just dry, bland, boring food really helps. Next we have a list of quotes or positive thoughts. These are things that you can easily get on things like Pinterest and stuff like that. So quotes that really just like, oh yeah, that's really true, and just like pin them to a board, and so whenever you're traveling you have all these positive affirmations that make you feel better. And also in the weeks leading up to traveling, for me, I go through waves. So one minute I'm like, I can't do this, I don't think I'll be able to do this, I'm not getting in that car, I can't do it. And then the next minute I'll be like, I can totally do it, it's just this, it's just that. I'm able to do that, it's totally fine, I've done it before, whatever. So whenever I'm going through a high dip where I'm thinking like, I can't do this, I'll write down why I think I can do it. I'll write down positive things I'm thinking, so that when I'm feeling in my low dip, I can look back on them and I can remember how I was feeling like just a minute ago. I don't know if that made any sense, but things like positive quotes and affirmations that you've been thinking, and ones that just really like, there's just certain quotes that like really just touch your heart. That sounds so cringy, but like there are certain quotes that just really mean something to you and you've experienced and you can really just like connect with. And just have like a Pinterest board of them or save them to your phone, so that when you're traveling you can remind yourself why you're doing it or your ability to be able to do that kind of thing. I just find it really, really helpful. Might not be your thing, it is quite cringy, but it helps me. Lastly, I have comfort items, and this can be absolutely anything. If there's anything that you think might make you feel better or that you know makes you feel better, take it. If it's a literal comfort blanket, literally you want to take a blanket in the car, then that's fantastic and that could really work for you. Things like a diary to write in, a book, whatever it is. I also like to take a washcloth with me, and then if I'm feeling really dodgy, I just like pour a bottle of water over it, obviously out the window, and then like have it on my tummy or on my head if I'm feeling too warm. Also I always take a can with me, a can of juice, because my IBS it flares up sometimes when I'm really anxious, and so it's just like nice to have something cool that I can just like put on my tummy. Also, this isn't exactly a physical thing, but like always, whenever I've been travelling and I feel really anxious, what really does like 90% of the time work is when I roll down the window just a little bit and put my hand out. I don't know why, I think it's like obviously the cold on your hand and just like being able to just like feel the outside air. It really helps me and I don't know why. And even if you think it might not help you, please try it, because I didn't think it would help me and it really helped me. Again, if you know why, let me know. I think it should probably just being cooled down a little bit, because when I feel anxious I get really, really hot. Any comfort item at all that you can think might help you, even if it sounds really bizarre, just have a think and think if there's anything that could help you at all, bring it. There's absolutely no harm in bringing it. Well, I hope this video helped you, and I hope that you, if you're going travelling soon and you're really like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, that one, you feel really proud of yourself, and two, I really hope that it goes well. I think, in fact, I know that you can do it. There's absolutely nothing that could go wrong. The worst possibility isn't gonna happen, and if it does, you can deal with it. It's just, I believe that you can all do this. Oh, also, I created a new Instagram account that's just for my subscribers and just for people that have mental health issues, and I just want to be able to post on there about my own experiences with mental health and just like generally mental health. And so if you'd like to follow that, then I will leave the link down below, and this is just a shameless plug to plug my own Instagram. That's all this is. But it's also, if you feel like you could benefit from having an Instagram account that's about anxiety, then give it a follow and see if you like it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye!